Welcome to Crypto Space Junk. Today, the days, red days, we're getting a green on here now. GRT, 17% now. AVAX, 10%. Cardano, 4% when I last looked. Might be seeing some green today because tensions in Russia. It looks like Russia may have withdrawn after speaking to the German Chancellor. So we're probably just seeing a bit of relief here. Looking there, Moon River, 17%. So the markets have been going down. We've still been consolidating. See it here on Cardano. We're sat there on the 20 EMA. Now, I've locked up most of my cryptos in Binance Earn. But if you were to go to CoinGecko, if you've not been here or not heard of it before, and go to resources, you can see you've got Earn Crypto there. And this will show you what's available. Now, when I locked up my Cardano, it was about 5.3%. But if you click at the top here and you drop down a menu, and let's just say I'll go to Cardano here. So when you have a bank account and they're offering like 0.1%, probably even less than that now, they're offering nothing with inflation rising at like 7.5%. Even though we're not going up. And it's negative. You don't want to sell just yet. And you just want to earn on your crypto and just keep adding to it as we go down. Or stay around where we are. You want to earn percentages back, then you'd look at either staking it. You can get into yield farming and stuff like that, but what I've done myself, just trying to look here, I can't even find Cardano. Let me get search box there. It says here up to 3.98%. Now, when I did this, I went straight to the Binance Earn, but I just noticed this today that it was here. And it says Binance Savings, they're offering you 1%. I wouldn't really bother that one. I'd just check to see what happens. Keep checking on the app. Occasionally, you don't know, it might be different. But when I did it about 4 weeks ago, it was about 5%. And then you would put how many Cardano that you wanted to stake. Say you put 1,000. You drop down and then you select which exchange you're going to do it. These are all centralized exchanges. See, as you can see underneath, it says centralized there. Binance Saving, it's telling you you'll get 1%. But if we go back to the Crypto Earn page, this sort of highlights there what your return would be like. You got Nexo, you got 8% there. That took you straight. When you click that, it took you straight to the platform. So I don't even know how much they are. Nexo, 100 of them. That's 100 Bitcoin. So that's Bitcoin being staked there. Sorry. Yeah, so you see Binance Savings. It's telling you like 5% return. It's not telling you what it is. What would be 5%? So you'd go on there, drop it down to Binance Savings. Choose something else. So let's just try Polygon. It says up to 8% there. We're in Polygon. It tells you what you can stake it there. Earn through the other assets. So Celius Network. no other choice there. So shame you can't click. Didn't really want to get too much into this, but when I first looked at it, trying to think what I looked at. Now, Barcelona. States US. Right. So if you're staking US dollar coin, idle finance, it just told you the percentages here. So you'd have to play about with it. Shame it can't click there and get exactly what. Okay, it just seems to take you straight here. Well, I've got some cake. When I last looked, it wasn't. But that's flexible savings, lock savings. It's probably just easier just to click the name of which exchange or DEX well, you can only use a centralized one, so like Binance and that. You click on there and just go and have a look what they're offering. It's easier than doing what I was doing. I thought it was an easy way to do it, but at least you can see if you click on them, you can go and have a look. See what they're offering. But like I was just doing it for Binance savings, just an idea. So I had a look at the Sundaeswap or the transaction, like I said before in a previous video. It went through. I tried to do liquidity again. Just looks like there was no LP there. I wanted to stake Sunday, which was the top one, which I did last time. Still hasn't gone through. Tried it again, and now we've got pending. So still haven't managed to add liquidity here and stake my Sunday. Well, added ADA to get more Sundaeswap. So not managed to do that. I just keep trying it every so often, and still not managed to go through yet. Let's look at these charts. Let's look at these movers. So Cardano. We go to the day chart. We'll look at the Fib. We came back down, hit the 618. You could definitely be looking at the targets up here. 618 up here, 140, 154. I made a video, if you watch my previous video, I go on taking extensions, and that's where I'll be aiming this time. And if we do sell and we do break through, I'll buy the pullback on a Fib zone. That's the way I'll play it next. All the way up, I'm going to sell at certain Fibs and certain extensions. Start bagging in profit on the way up. Go to GRT here. Big green candle, load of volume. Probably had some form of news today. But it's had a very long period of consolidation, a bit like Cardano, very long period. I wonder if that could be an end. Oh, look. We've come down to the 786. Put in a hammer on a day candle. And then today we've gone bang, we've gone right up. Shot right up off the Fib. So there was a load of buy orders waiting around this area. Oh, it's done a big move. Moon River. Again. Probably play it off that hammer there. $786. And it's bounced off there. Again, I'd probably even look at the 786 area there for a target. It matches the structure to the left. You might get some selling pressure around the 10%, as you can see that inverted hammer. There were sellers in this area. Matic. Yeah, see how all the charts are looking pretty much the same. 786. Guarantee it. 786. Hammer. And then we're away. Super Farm. Be interesting to see what this one is actually. Like 618. 50%. Super bullish. I think that's likely to break out from around this area. Going to break out, come back down, and then continue on. This being the sort of bottom, definitely. Super Farm looking good. Try to pull back on this. Maybe we could bounce around here, make a teacup, as I say, around here, and then away. What else we've got? AVAX. Look, I haven't looked at this chart for a while. So I'd probably play this on the reverse. Like if you bought down here, I'd be looking, see if you get any inverted hammers on these fibs around a 786 maybe. Come back down, pick up more. Donkey Kong. I think what it was then with the K. Really, anything very bad. I did pick up around here, say 47%. Ouch. It's actually terrible. Doesn't look good at all. Convergence, let's look at that. Again. This one really frustrates me. I haven't sold yet. I was expecting some form of pullback. I mean, last week it was looking quite good, and then it's just gone again. So that could be 886 that. Yeah, pretty much 886, 786 area. This looks messy. GLT, oh, there must have been some news on that. I haven't been following any news on any altcoins at all. I'm just looking at technical analysis. Obviously, the overall fundamentals with Russia, Omicron. I mean, it's all negative. You're not really seeing any positive. We haven't seen any positive for like 2 years. So this is where I really like the technicals. I mean, the fundamentals. Initially, I started buying in more crypto as we hit the 618 because of reading news in South Africa that Omicron was very mild, got to the UK, they want to lock down, everyone else flapping in Europe like it's the next worst thing ever, ignoring what South Africa, where it was first detected, saying it's a mild variant, and then we sold off. And then we've had Russia. It's just negative. So if we do get any positive news, like do we see not going to war with Russia as a kind of positive, then we get a green day. We start going up. So But let's just take this away. We didn't know Russia today was going to remove its soldiers. Now, well, they haven't removed that; they've withdrawn. So let me just look at this chart, for instance. Yesterday, we didn't know that. So this is where you can look at Fibs, and they give you an insight. So yesterday, I could have looked at that and said, well, I think today we're going to have a green day. Off this hammer here, you can see they started coming in on the 618. They start buying. Start buying here, come down a bit, push the thing. I mean, even I went up and filled my car for the diesel. Because I was thinking, we'll try to, the mainstream media was trying to push that Russia were going to attack on Wednesday, but obviously they've drawn back, going on about Western media propaganda, which, let's face it, they've been full of it for 2 years. Absolutely full of it. And it is. That's what it is. Turn the news off and just look at the charts. There's no point looking at the news. They're never, ever putting anything positive out there at all. It's always negative. It's rehearsed, that they're trying to be hypnotic, constantly putting the crap out. Now, you look at this yesterday, and you look, I wish I came on yesterday saying if we close at a hammer, we could potentially have a green day today. We've come down. It's that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 week consolidation. We've put in a hammer yesterday. The buyers came in. They came in because it's a 786. No one knew Russia was going to move. German Chancellor hadn't even gone and spoken to Putin. But yet we've flown right up. Yeah, we could have stayed around here, hovered around here for a couple of days and then gone. But that's why it would have been good to have a buy order on the 786 or just above it. And you would have been filled and you would have made 25%. Now, if you bought the close and you're there in the middle here, that's 20%. You bought $1,000 at GRT at 1 a.m. last night, UTC. You just made 20% on your money. And it's probably not finished. I mean, I would have probably at 20%. Maybe took some off the table, but I would have targets at the 10% here. GRT, I mean, I'll be interested to come back here. I'm going to leave this line here. I don't look at the GRT. I've got GRT. I don't look at it every day. See if we hit up to that 10% extension within the next 2 days. And what did we have last time? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 days. We've got a hammer. We've got a candle half the size of that. Look at the volume. Completely smashed the whole of the, if you look at the left side here, all the selling volume here. We've gone down and we've got one candle and it's gone above. And it's right near this hammer here. That's bullish. This is definitely bullish, this one. I mean, a longer term target. If you're going to buy a pullback here, it'll probably go down to the 50. But let's have a look. Longer term target for this. And now I'd look for a longer term. Is that I'll play it the other way. You're looking at the 786 here. And that is, even from the price, if say from yesterday's price, so say if we buy at the close there, that's 177%. We're not even challenging new all-time highs there. And you'll probably moved it now, but to hit that area, you're probably looking at the next two months there. Moon River, we had a look at. What else? 7%. focused. So, again, you didn't know that Russia were going to retreat. Take it from the bottom here. 618. See the hammer? No one knew. If we went by the news and say, yeah, it's gone up because of the news. No one knew the news yesterday when that hammer closed at 1 o'clock in the morning. Or if they did, they'd filled their positions there. They knew about it. It was fake. The money knew that they were going to do nothing, if that was the case. Otherwise, we've got a signal there, a hammer. Now, they did make quite a bit of a point that, if I remember, I mean, I've only seen bits of clips of the news, but they did make a point of the German Chancellor will go and meet with Putin tomorrow. And he has. Now, that closes a hammer. You could have gone away, and said, I believe that meeting's going to go pretty well. just last night, if you stayed up at 1 o'clock in the morning, UTC, seen that close, seen where we were at a 618 and gone, yeah, that's going to work out that meeting tomorrow. And then if you weren't too sure, you could have put a stop loss down here. I mean, I wouldn't, unless it was a leverage trade, I mean, I'd probably go here. I mean, you could have gone in. Let's have a look at what happened here intraday. Your 8-hour chart. Yeah, around the close. Hammer, hammer, hammer. That's 3 hammers in a row. I mean, that's looking pretty... That's an inverted hammer. That's looking pretty negative. But then you see 3 hammers like that. 8-hour candles. Let's have a look at any of the other signals. No. Nothing else there. I'll go to the day. If you look at the inside bar that I was on about last week, poke out and then reverse straight back on it. Break out, fake out, comes back on itself, trapping all the shorters here. Close, 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 and it's pushing it right up. What else is the... Don't want to make this video too long because I've been up and been at work for 14 hours today. How did it look? Yep. Hey, the cake. So it looked like you could stake cake. Look quite good where it is. Yeah. Got it. I'm not going to go into that. I'm too tired to go into that. So, cake, very interesting. Especially if they are offering, I think, was it 12% a scene for staking cake? I might even put that on a higher risk if that's the case for that. I mean, this potentially... This is well overdue. I mean, look, we've just come so negative on this. You think how much stuff you can do on PancakeSwap, how much you can swap, how many... It's just about everything on PancakeSwap. I just don't understand why it's so undervalued. Maybe it is from staking getting 12%. I'm not entirely sure how their tokenomics work on Cake at all. So... And they're going, it looks very cheap, just from where it's been, really. Because I think it's been up as high as $40, if I remember. Yeah, $44. So I don't know if they're offering quite a high percentage on it because the way the tokenomics work, but I don't know, so I'm not going to really talk about them. I'll just muttering rubbish there. So Rune, this is always a good one. It always moves really powerful. I don't actually have any rune. I don't think I've got any. Which is a shame. Because it does play to the Fibs really well. Yeah, that's like 886. Straight away from my eye, I can see. Yeah, 886, bang, and it's away. I'm going to start getting some of this. Let's go to the month chart. Interesting. If that closes a high wave candle, that would be very interesting. I think I would. How many? 13 days. It's a long time. If that closed an inside bar, I'd be very tempted to buy a lot of that. I mean, what was released? 20 cents. $7.86 inside bar. I mean, it'd be interesting. I mean, it could even finish an outside bar by next week, by 13 days. So I'll leave that a little bit longer. You haven't really, you can't really got any RSI detail on there. So if you go to the week, going at the bottom on the week, and even if you take it away from the whole move there, went go to its high here. Where are we? Around the 886, nearly a 1-to-1 of that move where we were in May. So it's as cheap as what it was in May. So definitely worth considering. I mean, this is when I was high as $20, so that $21, so it's like 4 times your money. Right, I'm going to get off. I didn't realise I've gone 27 minutes. Thank you for watching. If you want me to go through anything, please mention below in the comments. I'll go through things. And anything you want to know, please message. I'm here, so just send me a message. And I'll go through things if you want me to explain what I'm doing or where I got the information from or where I learned to trade or anything like that. Please comment below. I do want to try and get onto TikTok and make a channel on there, but I just don't have time to do everything, so I'll probably just stick with the YouTube for now. But in the future, I'll be maybe looking at Patreon or something like that. Just try and get a group together or something, and try and centralize the way I'm going to work. But I'm also working on quite a few other projects, so we'll just have to see. But at the moment, I'm going to continue as I am, just making videos, doing basically fibs. I like fibs. They make sense to me. Inside bars, yeah, they look clear. I mean, if you follow Trading Wars, he plays gives you he scans the market, gives you potential buy, sell. Very good. I have issues with my broker here. This is the reason why I don't do it. But it does work. And it's an easy strategy. But when it comes to crypto, yeah, I mean, if there was a good exchange, I mean, you can use Bybit, I suppose. You can see, look, you'll buy the break of that and it's bang, 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 go. And you're just looking for a candle. Well, I mean, here, I probably, on that run, would have sold here on that high wave. I would have had the outside bar. I wouldn't have gone as high as that, but you could have taken some off you could have left some on the table and it could have gone. But yeah, I like fibs. They make sense to me, especially in crypto. I really like Fibonacci in crypto. Makes perfect sense to me. I mean this does, but I mean that's a weekly chart. If I go to a daily chart, you can see here. Inside followed by an outside, then bang down. If you're doing a leverage trade on that, that's a lot of money. Bagged it. But I'm not going to go into inside bars. I'm just really doing long-term moves. I don't have time to keep going into the intraday charts really. Otherwise the videos will just go on forever. And I haven't got time to do that. Right, but like I say, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.